Hey guys, Sinz here, and welcome to this Marvel Avengers beta video. So in this video, I just wanted to go over just some of the misconceptions I believe on the game. There's been a lot of negativity recently, and with the latest beta, definitely there's technical issues, but I wanted to address the actual game's issues, and what people seem to be complaining about. And people have been saying like there's not like it doesn't look that great, or it's pretty linear and just it's not not much to do. And I have to disagree with that. For one, I think the game looks really great, possibly at the cost of performance at times, but yeah, the game does crash a lot, and that is a problem. But I'll go over that a little bit later. But first, I just wanted to I'm going to show this mission, and this kind of shows what you can expect for certain parts of the game. So, first of all, there is a hidden mission when you go into Stark Realities, and it's not on the map. For one, when you go into all these, non-drop zone missions, there's plenty of bonus objectives that you can go around and just explore in the map. And one of them in Stark Realities is, pretty far off the path. And once you get close enough, you'll start getting the sensor, and then you'll unlock this vault basically. And then um, I believe that's how I got it. I've done it twice, and that's how I've unlocked the mission. But either way, you go into this mission, the Sabotage Threat Sector, Stark Realities, and then you will unlock this other mission that's on the map. When you go back to the main map, you'll go all the way up here, and it's the snowy tundra um, region, and then it's the actual vault. Vault missions seem to be fairly long. This is probably one of the longest missions in beta at least, and this guarantees epic gear. So I'll go ahead and show that mission now. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to also say that if you've noticed the length of the video already, then you can tell it's a pretty long video, but don't worry, I'm not going to be talking for like 30 minutes. I'm going to, go over all my thoughts and stuff and show, some of the mission, and then that'll be it for me talking. I wanted to include the full mission just so people can see how long this mission really is if you're doing all the bonus objectives. So basically when I'm done, the rest of the video will just be playing out the mission so you can kind of see for yourself. But something that I've noticed, so focusing on the linearity of missions, right? So campaign missions, yes, they're pretty linear from what I've seen. Drop zones are also linear. I don't think any drop zone really has any bonus things you can do other than maybe one chest that's going to be pretty much on your way to the objective. But these other missions, especially this one, vault missions especially, are long missions. This is literally, I mean, take away maybe some, few minutes here and there, well, total of me like going into um, the menu and other stuff like that. But there are a lot of extra stuff you can do. And I think like some of the people that are like criticizing it, I think either A, they did not actually play the beta, or B, they might have played the beta but not much of the beta, or C, they played the beta and just didn't bother doing the bonus stuff. This mission, like where I'm at right now, I didn't have to go here at all. Now, if you do only the main objective and none of the extra stuff, then yeah, even this mission probably half the time if you're just going to go straight through. But these bonus things give you gear, and it's still a loot type game. um, People compare it to like Destiny and Anthem, and when it comes to like the way you get loot and all the other stuff in the end game, I imagine it is similar to that. But I really like the gameplay, and there's still bonus stuff that you can do. It's not open world, but I don't remember them ever saying there was going to be an open world game. Like this game is, you know, pretty much exactly how I thought it would be, and it's, I really like it. Um, so like this area again is I'm just killing a bunch of enemies, and then there's these switches on the ground. I have to stand on those switches in order to unlock the door. And a lot of the extra areas that you go into will have, a chest that's locked somewhere, and you have to unlock it some way. And now this one, I believe every time was to stand on the switches unlock, but there are like at least three different ones. There's one where you shoot different things to unlock, and there's things where you have to do like you have to constantly, melee um, a switch in order to unlock it. But either way, like it's kind of random. Again, this particular one I think was the same every time, but a lot of the other missions, the areas will still be the same. The way you get to the area is still the same, but how you unlock the actual door will be different. And you can also tell from the symbol. So that's like a strong, like a, I don't know, a footlocker type chest. Those type of chests will give you gear, whereas the cube-shaped symbols means that that chest will give you resources. So yeah, I just went to this area. See that right there took like a few extra minutes just to kill these enemies, and then of course killing enemies will give you experience. Enemies have a chance to drop, and then the extra loot. So pretty good. Um, and then I'm going to go now, and as you can see, if you press the tactical awareness, I really feel like even though the game does tell you to do that, I think people aren't doing that. Because if you do the tactical awareness, they'll show a bunch of extra areas, and you'll see later in the video there's like, I don't even know, there's like five or more like bonus areas that I can go to that give you stuff. And then there's like these DNA keys chests, so you have to have a DNA key to unlock it. Yeah, there's just a lot of extra stuff, and that's why I really want to showcase this mission in my thoughts on the beta, to let people know, like, and this is just the beta. Like, this is a secret mission that you unlock by doing something else from another mission that was also hidden. So imagine the kind of stuff that you can expect in the full game. So from a gameplay perspective and the linearity aspect of it, I think the game is okay. Like I think we'll be fine with that. Uh, because I also have like over 30 hours played for beta, and I'm on PC by the way, so that lets you know that yeah, I think I'm going to get my money's worth when the game comes out, and I definitely think it's worth it. Uh, from a gameplay perspective. Now let me talk about the technical issues that you may have no doubt heard about and have been seeing. There is a lot of stuttering, and that's a little bit annoying. Also, the graphics, I think the graphics look great, but also what you're seeing right now is like medium graphics. I turned down my graphics quite a bit. Uh, Anybody that tries playing this, at least on PC, on like the full graphics, my computer can more than handle this game. But if you try to play on like ultra high, the game is going to crash frequently. And I still had my share of crashes too. And that's the main point I want to go, is the crashing that the game has on PC. Now, if you're on console, I heard it's not as bad. I heard it still crashes, but I heard it's not as bad on console. But I've crashed quite a bit on PC. But considering I still have over 30 hours of gameplay, all my characters are 15, which is the max you can get in beta, and I have multiple legendaries. I think that's safe to say that even with the crashing and other stuff, over the course of the weekend, I've played a lot more than not. So, but your experience, may vary. I've seen people that have had much better systems not even be able to play or anything. But I don't know how many people actually would go and turn down the settings. I do know that I've seen comments on, even after turning the settings down, it's been like, they still crash, and you will still crash. But I have crashed significantly less. Like, I'm able to actually play the game. That's the difference. I'm able to actually play the game when I turn the visuals down. And, you know, for me, I'm fine with that. Now, other people might not be okay with that, and that's perfectly fine. Like, if I had to give my recommendation right now, I would not recommend on PC buying this game at the moment. I absolutely would not recommend buying the game. That being said, I think the game itself is fun. In terms of gameplay, no technical problems at all. I would say buy the game for sure. And if you can deal with the, technical problems, then fine. But I know that a lot of people cannot deal with that, and I don't blame them. But I do think the game is fun. But personally, I'm going to just stick with it. These are like, the game itself is again, this is fun, and I had a lot of fun. And I just, after playing the beta, I cannot wait to play the actual game. Like, this is so, like, Black Widow is so fun. All the different heroes are so fun, and I cannot wait to play Thor. I played Thor for like 5 minutes, and instantly like I just want to throw my hammer around and call it back. Captain America was pretty fun as well, but even just being able, not being able to play as them for that long, I was like, I just want to get the full game. I want to get, be able to level up fully, see all of the skill trees. Okay, Hulk just kind of appeared. But yeah, as you can kind of see the kind of technical problems. Now, what you're seeing right now in the video is a little bit worse than what was actually going on in game. There is stuttering, but it's not as bad as this. This is from me just trying to record with the technical issues that's going on. So, um, you see the stuttering. It really is not as bad as it looks. It really isn't that bad. But anyway, back to the game. Yeah, I can't wait to play it. And if I can get 30 hours out of a beta, I'm gonna get more than enough time out of the actual full game. But again, there is still 2 weeks, 2 full weeks before the game comes out. More than that, it's 2 weeks from this upcoming Tuesday. For people that pre-ordered it early. Otherwise, it's I think Thursday. So it's like 2.5 weeks for anybody that, or not pre-order, anybody that gets the digital deluxe edition. I got the deluxe edition, so I'll be playing it early. Anybody that gets it normally, like the regular edition, it'll be like 2.5 weeks. But either way, they still have time. And for the people that are like, well, they only have 2 weeks, and then the other people are just like, well, it's only beta. Well, I kind of agree with both of them. It is beta, and we have no idea which build this might be, or plus it's not the full game, so it's possible that the full game will run a lot better. But I also would not just dismiss it like saying, oh, it's just beta, so it's going to be perfectly fine. I don't think that's the case. But also, they did already have one beta patch, um, and there will probably still be issues. Like I'm not going to lie, for PC, I think there's going to be pretty much issues. If you're a console, you're probably safe to get it. To be fair, you're probably safe to get it. But for PC, even when the full game launches, there's probably still going to be issues. But I do truly think that 2 weeks, there's going to be another beta, an open beta weekend. So I definitely suggest anybody that's interested in the game to just play in the open beta because it's free. At most you're going to get a little bit frustrated and maybe waste a little bit of time, but there's no money involved. There's a free open beta this upcoming weekend. Let me just look real quick. What day is that? The 21st through the 23rd will be this upcoming open beta weekend, and they're also going to do another stream at some point. I don't know when. I believe there's another stream, at least. I don't know if it was confirmed before the game comes out. So either this week or next week, there'll probably be another stream. There's time. Wait till open beta, check that out. If there's still issues, just wait. But I do believe that they can fix these issues. So anybody that is interested, I would say I'm going to play the game for sure. So you can, come back. I'll let you know when the game is actually, technically playable. But I do think that by the time that the game releases, at least for PC, it'll at least be to a point where most people will be able to actually play the game without crashing too much. But yeah, it's basically the technical issues with the game. There is one. There's only two for me. Well, I guess technically three. Couple of them, or at least one of them, is pretty minor. When it comes to the actual game, there's only three actual issues I have. One is any non-flying character, anybody that's not Iron Man or Thor, because Thor flies too, even though he's not in the beta. Traveling is fun, especially with stretchy legs of Ms. Marvel, and Black Widow's zip line. It's so fun being able to do that. But I've noticed that in certain areas or platforms, trying to jump and use your grappling is it's kind of buggy at times, and it is really frustrating. You can really tell in the to tame a Titan mission. Anybody that might be playing or will play in the future, if you play the to tame a Titan mission as like Black Widow, I haven't played it as Hulk, but as Black Widow or especially Kamala Khan, that mission, that last boss fight is absolutely like infuriating because it's so frustrating trying to jump up on the ledge, especially when you're getting thrown around. And and you got to get up on the vehicle to be able to attack. It's just jumping. The jumping can be a problem at times, and it makes it kind of difficult to traverse. And but only in certain areas. Just moving around the map is perfectly fine. But if you're trying to get to very specific spots that are up high, you might have some problems. But it's a minor thing, and I think it'll overall it's not really going to change how I feel about the game. It's just a little bit frustrating. The other two things, another one seems more like a bug or something that's just not in legendary and epic gear. I'm going to be I'm doing a separate video to go over it, but essentially there doesn't seem to be a difference between legendary and epic gear. They have the same like types of upgrades, number of upgrades. There is no actual distinction right now between legendary and epic gear. Um, so I feel like maybe they just don't have those effects in the beta, and I think there might be another tier above that which would kind of solve that problem. But just keep in mind that at least in beta, legendary and epic gear are fairly identical other than the color. And then, of course, the other issue is another, it's probably more of a technical issue, and that's the multiplayer. The multiplayer is bugged as hell. Like, I literally had a time where I didn't even enable matchmaking. I was not even in a mission. I was just sitting there on the Quintjet looking at my characters, and all of a sudden I heard somebody talking. I was in somebody's strike team or somebody was in my strike team. I have no idea what happened, and it didn't even show up. I had to go to the menu, look at strike team, and even then they didn't appear at first, and then later they appeared. It's very hard at times to actually get into a mission. I mean, to get people to join you. Um, uh, but it's definitely a technical problem, and obviously if the game launches like that, it's going to be a big problem, especially for people that want to play multiplayer. Now, I haven't tried doing multiplayer, like inviting people, because I don't have anybody, I don't know anybody that's in the closed beta. But yeah, there's just several issues with the matchmaking in this game. So if they can just fix the matchmaking, the technical issues, those are the two big ones, and both of them I think kind of go hand in hand. They're both technical problems, and they have nothing to do with the actual fun factor and gameplay of the game. Um, but yeah, those are the only issues that I have. I think it's really good. Again, I wouldn't recommend the PC version at least for anybody unless you don't mind some frustration, or the pretty much gambling on whether or not you're going to be one of those um, unlucky people that just can't play the game, or whether you're one of the lucky people like me that can play the game relatively with not many issues. And yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun. Like I just have to say that over and over again. If you can play the game, when you're actually playing the game, it is a fun game. And it's not going to be for everybody, but anybody that, if you're expecting an open world game, that's not this game. But just because it's not open world doesn't mean it's not fun. It's got plenty of extra stuff that you can do. The skill trees mixed with the gear, I think, is plenty of fun. Um, and then of course when the multiplayer works, like I've played almost, I would say 99% solo. I have done some missions. The multiplayer isn't completely broken. I have played some missions, and it is even more fun. I think the game is worth it as a solo player, honestly. Even though there are some things that are so much harder, that's a whole nother thing. The AI doesn't do objectives basically, but I think the game is fun solo, and it is absolutely a blast multiplayer, even with random people. And if you have multiple people that want to play the game, you're gonna have a lot of fun. I really do believe you're gonna have a lot of fun with this game. So that's all that I wanted to do. All I wanted to talk about was my thoughts of the beta. It's definitely rocky. It's sort of a technical mess on PC, but I still think overall the game is worth it, even if you have to wait for them to fix the technical issues. So, if you like the video, please give a like. Subscribe. I'm gonna be doing more videos like this. I do a lot of other videos on my channel if you're new, or this is your first you know video of mine that you're watching. Um, and again, I'm not going to be talking anymore. I'm just going to let the video play out so you can see just how long this mission is. As you've already seen, everything I've done so far has been completely optional. But as always, thanks for watching.
about to be toast!
You have discovered the location of the shield vault. Please step inside and take the elevator down.
By the numbers, let's take them out!
The automated systems are recognizing you. Please proceed to the activation area down below.
Think I could get a pair of jet boots?
Ooh, think you could get enough height all on your own?
Thanks.
A vault is nearby. Activate its main terminal so we can begin.
Unauthorized personnel detected. Vault systems initiating. Please stand by.
The vault remains intact. Complete code verification to unlock the contents of the vault.
Code verification sequence starting.
Let's take them out! Patience, goons, you're next.
Code verification entry verified. Awaiting second code verification entry.
And boom!
Code verification entry verified. Sequence verified. Commencing code authentication.
Guess I do bite! Don't look now!
Authentication on hold. Charges EMP. Stand clear of the vault. Charging EMP. Please stand clear of the vault.
Hostile neutralized!
Code verification entry verified. Code verification entry verified. Awaiting third code verification entry. Code verification entry verified. Sequence verified.
Heads up. Hacker inbound.
Unauthorized access detected. Sequence reset is imminent. Unauthorized access detected. Sequence reset is imminent.
Moving to range. Targeting enemy.
I'm kind of disappointed it's over.
Processing.
Bagged one.
Code verification entry verified. Code verification entry verified. Code verification entry verified. Awaiting fourth code verification entry. Code verification entry verified. Final sequence verified.
Concentrate shape.
Rifles hot. We're down, we're down.
I see him.
Changing position.
You got this.
I owe you one. Hostile neutralized. Here they come.
Initiating next tier of the Vault Unlock Protocol. Unlock protocol complete. Vault door opening. Please mind your step, and thank you for your patience.
Mission success. Another shield vault successfully secured and kept out of the hands of AIM. Excellent work, Avengers. With this vault recovered, we've bolstered our resources and are one step closer to fully rebuilding S.H.I.E.L.D. Our agents in the field will continue searching for more hidden vaults, as this certainly wasn't the last one.